Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense. Now they work their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On second down, here's Henry. Rumbling past the 30. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry, 83 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, here's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Breeze on third down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. He's still barreling through. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it again with Henry. Powers through it. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Forbath out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play action. Breeze. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.J. Watt charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. Boom. Still fighting through tackles. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Breeze now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Breeze to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff looking right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 44 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback from 4 yards out. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Green with a catch left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And caught right side, Green. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Breeze. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. To throw on 2nd down. Klein going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. 2nd and goal to go now. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. Forbath out to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Bree's going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, Klein. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll take it at the 42. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On play action, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Breeze to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's Breeze. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Breeze. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down following the run.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Ready. Waiting. Kill. Hey.
Breeze now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Ready. We got chips over here. That's overload. Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready. You ready? 11. Check three. Ready. 11. No. All.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On the counter, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. To throw on 3rd down. Time. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And the Packers have just scored, and they'll add on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out come the Patriots. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over, A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's 2nd and 7. That 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Forbath to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's got room. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a handoff to Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No, check, Patriot.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
No, check, Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun. Klein forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Kill.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And he lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Again to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down. Klein. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. Klein, he may try and run for this. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, 32 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Forbath out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Breeze now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. New England on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and forever. Now Breeze. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. T.J. Watt getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now it's Lockett. Nice move at the 40. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Klein. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Rivers in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To throw on 2nd down. Klein. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Breeze. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Breeze to throw again. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Breeze now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes.
Oh, wide open, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Klein. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Man, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Klein. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. One final try here for Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.